Let's start the lesson number 5. It is based on the importance of ethics, Dharma. The palace of Hastinapura glimmered in golden light, yet the grandeur could not mask the whispers of deceit and ambition that flowed through its corridors. The game of dice had been played, and the Pandavas had been cheated out of their kingdom. Draupadi had been humiliated, and tension simmered, awaiting the inevitable clash. Amidst all this chaos, one principle stood unwavering: Dharma, the code of righteousness, ethics, and moral duty. For the Pandavas, especially Yudhishthira, Dharma was not an abstract ideal. It was the compass that guided every action, every decision, and every response to adversity. Dharma as the foundation of leadership. Yudhishthira's adherence to Dharma teaches a crucial lesson. Ethics is the backbone of sustainable leadership. Even when the dice game and exile brought immense suffering, he did not abandon his principles. He resisted the temptation to seek immediate vengeance, understanding that acting against Dharma, even for temporary gain, would weaken the moral fabric of leadership. Dharma guided not only decisions in the palace, but also in the battlefield. In Kurukshetra, leaders faced moral dilemmas daily. Could Arjuna attack Bhishma, his revered teacher? Should they deceive Drona, whose skill made him nearly invincible? Even amidst these tough choices, the Pandavas sought guidance and strived to maintain ethical balance, showing that leadership devoid of ethics can quickly spiral into chaos. Story of ethical dilemmas. Consider the moment when Drona, the great teacher, threatened the Pandava army with unmatched power. Krishna advised a clever stratagem. Thus spread the rumor that Drona's son, Ashwathama, had been killed. The plan worked. Drona was distracted and eventually defeated. Yet Yudhishthira, known for his unwavering truthfulness, hesitated. Should he speak the partial truth to save his team? Could deception be justified for the greater good? This moment illustrates a key principle of ethical leadership. Sometimes leaders face decisions where all options seem morally imperfect. True leadership lies in weighing consequences with integrity and aligning actions with core values. Lessons in ethics and leadership. From the Mahabharata, modern leaders can derive several ethical insights. 1. Integrity builds trust. Yudhishthira's consistent adherence to Dharma earned him the respect and loyalty of allies. Similarly, in business, ethical consistency strengthens trust among employees, clients, and stakeholders. 2. Ethics guide decision-making. Leaders often face complex scenarios where shortcuts may offer immediate gains. Dharma reminds them that long-term success depends on morally sound choices, not expediency. 3. Balancing ethics with pragmatism. Ethics does not mean rigidity. Leaders must navigate moral gray areas carefully, taking decisions that preserve values while achieving necessary objectives, like Yudhishthira choosing a strategic partial truth. 4. Ethical culture influences teams. When a leader models ethical behavior, the team naturally follows. The Pandavas' unity and discipline were strengthened because their leader acted with righteousness and fairness. 5. Sustainable leadership requires morality. Victory achieved through unethical means often collapses under its own weight. The downfall of the Kauravas illustrates that ignoring ethics brings failure, regardless of power or strategy. Dharma beyond rules. Dharma is not merely about following laws or rituals, it is about understanding what is right in context and acting consistently. It is the compass that helps leaders navigate turbulence. In moments of crisis, like Arjuna on the battlefield, Dharma provides clarity, helping one choose action aligned with a higher purpose rather than personal gain or fear. For Yudhishthira, Dharma was deeply personal, a reflection of moral courage. Ethical leadership is not always convenient or comfortable. It often demands sacrifice, patience, and perseverance. Modern management reflections. In today's corporate world, the principles of Dharma translate into ethical leadership. Upholding transparency in financial and operational decisions, balancing short-term profits with long-term responsibility, making fair choices even when pressured by competition or market forces, encouraging ethical behavior across all levels of the organization. Ethics is not a constraint, it is a strategic advantage. Just as Yudhishthira's adherence to Dharma ultimately preserved the Pandavas' honor and kingdom, ethical conduct ensures sustainability, reputation, and enduring success. In the next session, we will understand diplomacy and effective communication prevent conflict. Krishna's peace mission to Hastinapur demonstrates listening, persuasion, and ethical negotiation, emphasizing that strategic dialogue can resolve challenges without force. Thanks for listening and learning patiently.